scene. Hello? Hey. Okay. Hey. Hi, everybody. Okay, so let me go ahead here. All right, can you guys hear me okay? I know we're a little weird right now with the setup. It's the setup I've got for when I'm alone. I've got a picture-in-picture when I'm alone. All right, but I have to get back up to here. We've got Larry Hughes, Ken Leshy-Zarish, Rylan Chow, Jason Rivera, Sean Regal, 714 Metal Detecting, Christine Salvati, John C., Tom Everard, Fondian, Cat Swift, Skin and Bones, been a while, Skin and Bones, Jordan Bunce, Ellis Fire, Resurrected Costumes, Ross Richard, Chase Perry, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, Kim Beady-Eyed Brad Kennedy, David Carter from the UK, Stream Elements Robot, Heather Corey, Scott Coiner, Bruce Kraft, Pops in the Tube, Louis McLam, Jeff Bull, Mimi, Hawkeye79, Tugwork Studios, Anataramun, and I think Sean Spencer, Cat Swift, Lanny Williams, Oddities, Groovy Chick, Poison Sumac, and now we're going to be on live chat. Thank you for the catch. Okay. All right. I'm taking my little box. I'm not going home, but I'm going to my table. Hello, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I want to say how awesome your pumpkin hats are. Those are great. Gotta walk by here. Now I need this camera to be over here. And it's not going to happen tonight, but I realize that eventually I need to get that other camera. That my picture-in-picture window is a little big. All right. Hi, folks. Hello, fine folks. Yeah, those are wonderful top hats that he's doing. I love them. So I'm putting LED lights in this KRampus. I've got holes in the eye sockets already, and I'm going to make a couple other little nippy holes in this sucker. Because I have my little Dremel here ready to go, and I'll use it. Oh no. So, what state are you in again, Mimi? This is a Proxon Dremel, and I love this guy. It's wonderful. Got that as a birthday gift from some friends of mine. Yeah, Oregon and Washington, I hear, are hit pretty bad right now. So far, we are opening. Potato. Could you hear the Dremel? A lot of fans going right now. You know what? I call it a Dremel. I should call it a rotary tool because it's not a Dremel. Not a Dremel. It's a rotary tool. Get in the chopper. Ruby Chick. I'm so glad. I love that. If I can provide any mojo, I'm more than happy to provide mojo. Yes. Your fake eyes have to be a little bit wider apart, and the actor looks at the tear ducts. Look up fursuits, and that's how they normally do the eyes, and they work really well that way. The fursuiters, those furries know what they're doing when it comes to fursuits. And I will have to step in the other room for a second, just to, you know, get a battery. So I kicked butt this weekend on Trans World orders. Like, that's what I did. Head down, came out here in the shop alone, and made a bunch of crap, which is what I should be doing. Hang on one second, right back. I want to roll the money. I took it for the show. Ready to get ready now, go, cat, go. Step on my boots. All right. Have my battery. Not scary hard. Good job. Why do I need this battery? I have to test my leads. Works. So if you are wanting to start with something electronic, start with LEDs. I always prefer something that you can't blow up by wiring it wrong. I'm sure COVID did really hurt them. Hello, Misty. One day you'll find it. A Misty Jizierski. Need a good fake barbed wire tutorial. Okay. Every way to make fake barbed wire, I have found, is a great way to get carpal tunnel. It's just a lot of doing the same thing over and over again. My favorite way is you just take duct tape, you make duct tape squares, and then you cut the prong on each end, and then you've got the two prongs. Does that make sense? Duct tape. I'm not the right guy to talk to about trick-or-treaters because I'm a professional haunted house guy. I never home on Halloween. I don't give out candy on Halloween. A casual Castle Grayskull. You gotta love it. What's the pile of EVA patterns? You guys don't miss nothing. Those are going to be helmets for some APOC helmets that I'm doing that are Egyptian apocalypse themed. You didn't know there was an Egyptian apocalypse, did you? Well, basically they're Stargate helmets. I have one kind of in the works right now. This is Anubis. Just golded him. And all this is tape. I taped off, I taped his helmet is EVA, but the space is latex. So, there you go. Well, you'll see some ancient Egyptian stuff, yeah. Bear traps, I agree. We call those arm candy, Ken. Hawkeye, what are you a huge fan of? I may have missed that. I like that gold helmet. The Egyptian stuff is for another haunt. I try to do the dark hour stuff at dark hour, but you will see me doing some dark hour masks here soon too. I'm just better. Sometimes I'm better set up to make the things here than I am at dark hour. I too like Anubis. My favorite Egyptian monster is one that most people haven't heard of. And even I am not sure I'm pronouncing his name right because I don't speak the Egyptian. You know what? I don't have, there's a lot of places that I just don't have a desire to travel to because it doesn't look like fun. Um, I'm sure there's very beautiful things to see in China. I don't want to go there. There's beautiful things to see in India. I love the architecture of India. I don't want to go there. Um, Egypt, parts of it, it looks like sand. I can imagine sand. I'm good. I don't want to go there. Yeah. Which books? Okay, so you mean like fiction witch books or like, because the problem with witch books is then you're going, a lot of things are how to be a witch. And that's some weird PR. Like Roaring 20s. Wow, that's awesome. You know what? I love the Mummy movies. I even like the Scorpion King. Hey, come on, Mimi. Come on down. Move to Texas. Tell him you know a guy in Texas. Not like that. That would sound weird, but you're 11 years old. So don't tell him you know a guy in Texas. Just say there's haunted houses that I could work at in Texas. Say that. You have to ride to school on a new bus. That's quality, John C. Quality. That was a good one. That wasn't a good one. I'm just telling you it was a good one. So don't stop. That way he feels like he got one good one in. Yeah, I have a friend who helped build all those. This is my extraction tool. See that quality device there of wire? This goes into the hole, and then I can feed the wire through it. Right, and now we put it on. See if it hurts. I don't know what happened or what I did, but I'm oddly very phlegmy tonight. Hate it. Oh yeah, that's fine. Things are fine. I don't know who truckers are. Okay. Now that I put the wires in, I have to test again. And I think I'll get him all the way done tonight. This is my battle plan. I'm going to stop flashing Morse code, or else you all are going to send somebody to save me from my wife or whatever you think is happening. I don't actually need rescuing. I should not have flashed Morse code with LED eyes. Okay, that was funny, Ross. I get that. Um, wear a hood. Oh, or just buy a hat. Yeah, they are. And I don't know how much you know about Chinese cryptids. um, so Raya the Last Dragon, it's a Disney movie, I think, coming out or is out or something. Um, it it's not a dragon, it's a Kyrin. Does anyone do you guys know what a Kyrin is? It's a Kyrin. It's not even a dragon. Why do they call the movie The Last Dragon when it's a Kyrin? Me no comprende. So what I do see, so here's something that I do see every now and then. I see construction workers have their hard hat, and they will cut like a pizza box. So they'll cut a circle out of a pizza box and put it over their hard hat to make it almost a sombrero. But it gets pretty hot here, and I love seeing the homemade hard hat sombreros of the roadsides here in Texas. Raya, the last dragon, is actually a Kyrin and not a dragon. I'm wearing, video's reversed, it's a little weird. I'm wearing a Beastman shirt, in case anybody didn't notice. This is a trans world order. Yes, it's going to either Idaho or Iowa. One of those I states that's pretty far north. Oh, and I did not get. Did he want fiction witches? There's no one else here. I was stood up like a prom date today. Um, Rue had something, he couldn't make it. And then 5 minutes later, Stacy messaged me. She had something, she couldn't make it. So here I am. That is awesome, Big Dan. Hey, it's Jake Farmer. Hello, Jake Farmer. Kyrens are like a horse. Yes, they're horsish. If you look at his face, it's very horsish. I think like a lot of the witch books that I see that are nonfiction are too depressing because they all focus on the persecution. I just want to hear about the cool magic stuff they were accused of. I don't know how many rocks it took to cave their chest in. It's a little weird. What I figured, Jake. That's what I figured. Good. That way you can't see the mess that I left when I was working there earlier today. You know, learning how to make patterns is like that's a whole nother tier of crafting. And once you figure that out, it's remarkable. You've really upped your game. So the Northeast, there are a lot of haunts up there. What are you talking about? You guys have Penhurst Asylum. You guys have Statesville. You guys have Spooky World. You guys have in Lee, New Hampshire. That's New England. You have Haunted Overload. Hello, Christina Vantine. Do I text your ears on masks? In the sculpture? Yes, a little bit. But it depends. What am I going to do for a tutorial? Fright Kingdom is another awesome show for sure. There's so many shows up in the Northeast. But why do we have haunted houses? Why do we have a haunted house culture? Because of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a factor. Like it's a factor. There are people who all that they know about Texas is cowboys and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All right. Wiring and LED. Nightmare Acres. I mean, you guys have so many. I use the copper, straight copper side on red. Put them together. I listen. It is so hard to do this by myself. I'm so lost in the comments. It's like, what's a classic movie? I don't know. Oh, is Nightmare Acres your haunt? That's great. Okay. So these wires are wired up, right? They're twisted together. And now I'm going to do something that works really well. What the plastic that these wires are made out of is thermoplastic. Hot glue is thermoplastic. I shoved this whole twisted wire bit and some of those wires into the hot glue gun. And I pull it out. There you go. That game is effective. You got that joke? You're a terrible person. All right, do it again. Getting as much of those wires in there as I can. And now those wires are covered in thermoplastic again, just like it was when it was new. Mass Slasher, I have been well. Bella, who you know, one of the Boofloofs, she was actually bit by she had a copperhead bite her Saturday night. So we spent Saturday night in the emergency vet. Her face swelled up. It was very scary, but she is good now. Good thing she was a big dog, and I think she took a hit to save a cat. So hooray, Bella. Because cats don't do as well with copperhead bites. But a big dog hates it, but can take it. That is one of the downsides of living in the country. I did catch the copperhead, and I relocated it to someone else's yard. Let's just say I relocated it. We have a lot of those copperheads on the property. Oh, my wife is here. I'm saved. I don't have to read comments alone. Gotta return that. No, I did not. I guilted the wife into helping me, so now wife is here. Look at Anubis's helmet so far.
Oh my gosh. He's beautiful.
That just goes right into the end of the glue gun.
Pat would like to know, how has Shannon handled her baby?
My wife is very good under pressure. So she may break down afterwards, but during the incident, she's awesome. I'm kind of the same way. So the Hops household can handle adversity.
Kind of your girl when things get tight.
Yeah.
I don't know where you stopped. You talked about.
Well, to help you out, I don't know where I am either. I'm so just winging it right now.
All right. Christina Salvati said, Nightmare Acres is my one.
Yes.
Big Game Creations. New England is overloaded with points. It's great. Yes, it is.
It is great.
It is beautiful. Ezekiel says, oh, let's talk about Hawkeye. Mass Slasher. How have you been, Alan? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great.
Skinny Bones, hello. Coffin Creek is awesome here in SoCal. Let's see. I'm talking about Snake. Bella seems like a great dog. Glad she's okay. She is a great dog. Glad the pup is okay. Rachel says relocated in a blender or under a change. She's doing good. Nightmares. Hi, Realm says, hi, sorry I'm late. Been working on schoolwork, unfortunately. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Wyatt. Do your schoolwork.
Wyatt, get to work.
Do your schoolwork.
You need an education
Hey,
so that
I
never went to college. Just drop out. You'll be good.
No.
Do
No.
art and stuff.
No.
Live in a commune. It'll be awesome.
Alan.
What? Ah,
Thank you there.
I'm helping.
Hello, everyone. Ezekiel, it is forever since you sent me a cat video. You have neglected me, and I miss Spooky.
Wife, are these eyes lit up?
Body Geek sent me a great one.
Are these eyes lit up?
No. Hello, everyone.
Are these eyes lit up?
No. Yes. No, they are.
Okay.
Realm says, I'm finished, and I agree with you, Alan.
Yeah.
Telling you.
Realm says.
Whitey says, go be an electrician or a plumber.
Yeah, you know what?
Never.
HVAC, my friend. Get into that line of work. We just had to give them a lot of money. Because Texas. I look crazy right now. I guess a little more than usual. But not much more than usual. It's been a weekend. I've been head down making monsters. I've all kinds of stuff done. Almost done with TW. I see the end of the tunnel.
The light at the end of the
See the tunnel.
tunnel.
All right, these are all 3 wires. When I can get 3 wires into the tip of this gun, pretty much no problem. So it's got a big hole.
Realms, I don't believe you're sorry. Do not listen to Alan. Go to school. At least go to finish high school.
Start mowing lawns.
You don't have to go to
Like,
college.
listen,
Unless
start
you're
mowing all the lawns near you. Because lawn service companies are classically, it's so hard to get a good lawn service company. I don't know why.
Buddy says I drive back to Texas in the morning.
Good. Get back to work.
Come home.
You have a haunt to build. You ain't got time to mess around. Mama, ooh.
Let's see Queen all over.
I sing
Realm
Queen.
says I'm in 11th grade, so I'm almost done. And smart Alan.
Just, hey, man, find you some. So, all right, so there's 2 kinds of jobs that don't pay very well. All right? And those are called anybody and everybody jobs. If anybody can do it, it's not going to pay very well. If everybody wants to do it, it's not going to pay very well. So those 2 jobs are not going to pay very well because everyone wants to do them or anybody can do it. And 2 different things. So good money in any job that you need a skill for. So not anybody can do it. Not just anybody can do it. Or people don't want to do it for some reason. Sanitation, mowing lawns. I mean, I can't tell you how many really well-to-do people that I know with a landscaping company. It's not quite a name your own price kind of thing, but it's pretty close.
Well, I mean, someone wants the job done and you'll do it.
Your face will do it.
Marichek says, so how are you? Dark Hour from Todd Mission Renaissance Festival. We are headed there for Valor for my niece in November. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
How's Dark Hour?
Dark Hour is good. We're chugging along. We're getting stuff ready to open. I might try and make a weekend. I don't have time to go to PRF this year. November's full, isn't it, honey?
I
wouldn't mind going down there in a costume.
Let's see. He said, if I get to high school, anyone can stay there. Boomini is going into the 11th grade. Ruby Chick said, no lawns during the summer in Arkansas. You'll be happy to be in school. Buddy says, lumber has come down. We are going to have build parties and plan on opening for 5 days, the last 2 weekends in October.
Okay, good deal, man.
Louis McLean, hello.
Let's get together online and do a triage on what sets you want to complete in that time. Before then, I should say.
Louis McLand says, yeah, every copperhead, rattlesnake, and cottonmouth I come across, I relocate to a different dimension.
Oh.
Christina McDaniel says, hello, Alan and Shannon. I hope Bella got a lot of treats for saving the cat. Katsmith said, I was talking to Rel.
As soon as she could work her face. Yes.
Jordan Easel says hello.
Hey, Jordan Easel. So what I just did with the heat gun there is I made a little pocket, hold the battery on the back of the fence.
Big Dan Creation says, next time you catch one of those snakes, I have a list of people you can send a surprise gift to. I'll pay for shipping.
Okay. All right.
Slipknot Life says, what's up, creepers?
It's a Slipknot life for us. Slipknot life for us.
Michael
Hello.
Grace says hello and good evening to everyone.
Good evening. So
you two people are watching.
You guys be happy to know I have to work on a clown here soon. I have a customer who ordered a clown. I think I mentioned that. And his outfit is finished. It is obnoxious. And, you know, as it should be. And I'm going to finish up his mask.
On a serious note, what I said, yes, clowns are awesome. Jordan wants to know what's to it.
I do not think clowns are awesome. This is the KRampus mask that I'm doing wiring on right now. How did I do this? Oh, I was on the table. There we go.
I've been babysitting, but I don't know why someone would make the horrible mistake of letting a big kid take care of little people. But when I left, the kids had all their bodies right. Great job.
Yeah. And if you babysit on the way out, just say, hey, you're out of duct tape. Parents find that comforting. And I always stick it to the mask with the battery in it. That way I know the battery is going to fit.
Student Salvati said they spent the day sewing a clown while those dang ruffles take so much longer than I think they will. Cat Swift says, what is happening? Pete made a clown board and you're making a clown mask. The world is upside down.
Right.
I agree with you, Cat.
Opposite day. Cats and dogs living together.
Depends on what kind of clown it makes it.
No, all clowns are the same. That's where you're wrong.
Big Dog says, oh darn, Alan's doing a clown. Must have had an intervention at the circus. Kirby Chick said, Alan, duct tape. Dan says, Ghostbusters reference, nice. Anthony Pantano, hello. Says, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Buddy Geek says, sing Christmas carols with the kids and let the parents field questions about Christmas for the next few weeks. You'll be the last person they ask to babysit in the future. Slipknot says, but what about a clown from another dimension that is also a werewolf?
So the first thing that happens, all right, whenever I meet someone who plays the clown, they say, here's what they say. If they know who I am or not. It's like, let me tell you about my clown character, because that's what people say at conventions. And the next sentence out of their mouth is, my clown is different from other clowns. They always say that. And you know what? They're never actually different from other clowns. It is a ruse.
Well, Ruby says, I work at a concession stand at a raceway. I'm a quiet person. I really learned to speak up. Good. Public speaking is a guy, Mark. Ezekiel Bradshaw said the client must be Oprah rich to have to get Alan to make the 12.
It's not important. These guys are about to leave.
Alan, does the glue flex with the mask?
Yes. This is not regular hot glue. This is a very flexible hot glue. Remember, not all hot glue is equal.
Christine says, what's most frustrating? The customer wants a super average looking clown, two-tone jumpsuit.
Yeah, that's all I had in my heart. I did that.
Jordan says, why do you not like clowns? Do you think they're overdone?
Yes.
Mr.
And
Jimmy,
Jordan, I want to be off of here by like 11 o'clock, so I don't have time to answer your question.
Mr. Jimmy says, hey, Alan, yours and Stan's mask hit the mail tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Ralph says, so Alan, I'm working on pneumatic headless horseman prop, kind of like Scare Factors. It's going to be expensive, but unfortunately, I'm working on the costume.
Well, very cool.
Jordan says, those are blue stitches. This says clown.
Yeah, I'm just kind of tacking that wire down with them. And both eyes still light up, so that's good. I gave myself enough leeway so I can get these guys lined up. That's what I want. That's the alignment that I need. You got what I need. You say he's just a friend. There are also many words.
Ralph says, but how would you make fake armor and a sword?
So I actually have a YouTube video on how to make EVA foam armor on my Stilthy Studios channel. I have a channel called Stilthy Studios where I do DIY stuff. And I have this channel, which is YouTube Live, which is Facebook. Stilthy's Live.
What Ray says is the glue cool enough so it won't melt the wire.
Well, the glue is thermoplastic. If it melts the wire, that's also thermoplastic. I'm just covering it in more thermoplastic. It won't melt the copper, so I don't care if it melts the wire sheathing. It all just becomes one big party at that point. Okay.
1980 said the sword fight in Jungle Cruise was epic. Sean Spencer says looking good.
I did not see Jungle Cruise.
Anthony Pantano says I was finally able to hang up my Distortions Unlimited Dragon Head with the LED fog machine in my bedroom. Pics are on my webpage. I'll post some pictures on the Creeper page. Anthony Pantano, what color did you get? I'm always intrigued to know.
He's asking the hard question.
What color dragon did you choose? Because those things are beautiful. And like how do you choose what color? So you must tell me what color dragon did you get? Let's see. Groovy Chick says my 8-year-old grandson loves your how-to channel. Thank you, Groovy Chick. Oh, I got the red one. Love it. Beautiful.
I would get a white one.
I don't know how you choose.
Because then if I want a green dragon, I put a green light on it. If I want a red dragon, then I put a red light on it.
I guess. but I don't know how you choose. Slipknot Live says, how do you make pointed teeth with shiny black blood stains all over them?
I would start by making pointed teeth, and I would add shiny black blood stains.
Oh, Mimi says, there's a chance I could be training a small group of actors this year. I know the bare minimum for actor training. Do you have any advice?
Yes. So most haunted house acting is physicality based, I would say. So work on physicality exercises. You know, there's a lot of good movement exercises. There's one that you can find online called, honey, what's the exercise where we walk in a circle? String theory. String theory. That's a great exercise for character development and physicality. So I like it. I teach a lot through exercise myself.
Bob Barachek says, where do you get the black glue sticks? From Amazon?
No, I get them from gluesticks.com. GLU-STIX.com.
Do you make props like for short films?
No, well, not on purpose. I don't like film work. I don't enjoy film work. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. And you work on something for 6 months to see it on screen for 6 seconds, and then often you can't talk about it, and you certainly don't own it. I prefer to do haunted house stuff. Now, people have bought things from me and then used them in film. So I can't just answer no. So there you go.
Mimi says, yes, I love string theory. Thank you. Big Game Creations. It may be because I'm tired, but I think that mask moved. Oh boy. Well, Mimi says I will definitely introduce that if I do actor training this year.
I've been forgetting to paint lately. Just rub out. I forget to paint it first, so I have to go back and paint this a little bit.
Slipknot says, cool, I love seeing how horror movie props came about and how they are made. Yeah, 50 people watching.
Hello, 50 people. Happy holidays. Magenta. I was able to watch 2 terrible 70s horror movies today. One is one of my favorite 70s horror movies, Vampire Circus. Tons of fun.
Slipknot Life says, it's Halloween every day for me. One horror movie a day and creepy YouTube video.
Hooray!
He says, what's the name of the song you sing when Riot Demon comes to join on?
It's a Zoot Suit Riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. It's a Zoot Suit Riot. Run a comb through your coal black hair. It's called Zoot Suit Riot, but I say Ride Nemo. Yeah. And I like that song. And a similar place in my heart, like Pencil Thin Mustache. A two-tone Ricky Ricardo jacket and an autographed picture of it. Andy Devine? Yeah. Pencil Thin Mustache, the Boston Blackie kind. A two-tone Ricky Ricardo jacket. Andy Devine. So, most of the time, I think that you guys don't really care what I'm doing. So I'm not too worried about having it be on camera. But sometimes, I think you want to see. I pointed the camera at it, yes. So I'm working on the horns right now.
Not said if I had $1 for every cool thing Alan has done, I would have too much to count.
You would have a lot of dollars. What's funny is, I run a site called Latex Mask Central, and it's a Facebook page. And every now and then a mask pops up that someone is talking about, and I have to ask, like, did I sculpt that? Did I make that mask? Because I don't remember everything that I've made, by far. Just make too much crap.
What are you working on tonight besides Krampus?
I'm going to get him all the way done, so I think that's probably all that I'll have time for tonight.
We are remarkably close to finishing our trip. We're well over halfway. Brookie says hello.
Hey, Brookie. And these are plugs that'll go inside of the horn so that I have more surface area to glue to. That's what those are for. I glue these to the mast, then I can slip the horns over them.
Peter says, what delicious new recipe for Shannon working on? Well, I was going to make some salmon croquettes before I heard Alan's desperate plea of help. Alan doesn't like salmon. I like everything. I've got some salmon left over. I'm going to do that. And some bruschetta for shop night on Wednesday night because I've got so many tomatoes right now. Slipknot says, have you ever made a mask of someone wearing their own face of a mask that has a mask like the Joker did in the comics?
No. You may not know this, but the Joker is a clown. So I'm not going to do that.
Good night, Body Geeks, and hello, Shadow Jim.
Good night, Body Geeks. Hello, Shadow Jim. They say that one door closes and another door opens. This open door is Shadow Jim. So I have an idea for a horror movie, right? And I've just decided that I'm going to name, and right now I'm not appearing on any camera, am I? Kind of. I'll have this cut out shortly and I'll be expanding again. I'm going to name the serial killer in it Shadow Jim. I think that's a good name. I'm not implying that you're a serial killer, Shadow Jim. What I'm implying is that you have picked a good moniker for the YouTubes.
Slipknot says, no, I didn't mean like a clown. I mean just like a crazy dude wearing his face as a mask.
No, I have not. Well, his own face? No. I made a mask called Brimstone a while back, and that was a person who escaped hell, and he was being flayed. That was one of the, like, that's why he didn't like it there. And he had the skin of a bunch of people, demons, and creatures. He made his own, like, jigsaw face. He was trying to fix it and make it better. I made that mask in '01, a while ago. Yeah.
Dan says good night. Slipknot says good night.
Good night, Big Dan.
Slipknot says good night.
Good night, Slippicus Nauticus.
Okay, kind of random. I noticed last live that the audio was coming from the webcam instead of the microphone. Thank you for your ceiling. I just wanted to know in case you didn't know, though I'm sure you did.
No, it should be coming from the Yeti. It looks like it's coming from the Yeti now. Do you believe it's not coming from the Yeti? Right now, I'm right under it. Anyway, so my horror movie idea is, like, at the beginning of the movie, there's a red light, right? And there's 4 cars like hit this intersection at the same time. And each one is a different horror story. One of them, they don't know it, but there's a serial killer hiding in the trunk. And then another one, they're about to go camping and have a Bigfoot encounter. Another one is going to run into inbred cannibal family. So you can kind of see where this is going. And then all of those stories converge back at the end for the finale.
Shadow Jim wants to know what you are making, and he likes the fact that you're going to have his name in the ceiling.
I am making a KRampus. I'm gluing horns on right now. I have a lot of EDA stuff cooking. I might have some EDA gauntlets that I do. We'll see how the night goes. I just have to cover those in contact cement on one side.
Ezekiel, have you seen the Tales of the Mortuary? I quite liked the few short.
I believe that I did. I can't guarantee that I did, but I believe that I did.
Rookie says, I only noticed it goes on the bot cam. I can see the microphone. How's the sound tonight, Brooke?
And what do you mean you could see the microphone?
It was on the bot cam, and I can see the microphone.
I don't.
Sounds good, buddy.
Grab a blue brush and some Tithamus colorants.
People are watching.
Hello, 50 peoples.
This KRampus have white hair. This is BS. That's white hair.
Right. So Ezekiel, I watched an Australian horror movie the other day that was so bad I got mad at you. Because you're my Australian friend. And how could you let that come out of your country? It's terrible. But yeah, horror movie so bad I got mad at my Australian friend.
Ruby Chick says, do you do a KRampus show at dark hour in December?
We have in the past, probably not this year. Thanks, COVID. Dark Hour is working to produce a KRampus event, but I cannot go into details right now because my wife is here.
Ezekiel says, payback for Princess Bride.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. Hurt me. Hurt me.
Ezekiel.
That movie was terrible. It's called There's Something in the I don't know, Chuckwilla or something. I think it's like a public water thing. I don't know what it is. It's called There's Something in the, and there's nothing in there. I watched almost the whole movie and no monster showed up.
Ezekiel says, I emptied a silicone caulk into a smaller saucepan. It makes it so much easier to apply for doing hair. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think I might have to teach that trick to my people. I think I have used it enough where I'm perfectly comfortable not doing that, but they often wish for more precision. You should watch it. It's a wonderful movie. Don't listen to what the Australian says.
Ruby Chick says, nice sword.
Thank you.
Mimi said, I've never seen Princess Bride, but my mom loves it. Should I even bother to watch it?
You should watch it. Again, Ezekiel's going to have his own opinion. I love it. Princess Bride is my favorite movie.
Good night, Kim Reach.
Ken Zarich is leaving. Good night, Ken. See how I'm making little plugs? And then I can just use those as like a socket. Just put these horns.
Bobby Belichick says, have you seen Suburban Sasquatch? Bad short film, but laughable too.
I believe that I have. Yes. I think that's on Prime.
Title's
I also saw Bubba the Redneck Werewolf, and I surprisingly enjoyed it. It was not as terrible as you might think. I have not seen Wolf Cop 2 yet. I want to. I can't find it on any streaming service or anything, so currently no Wolf Cop 2 for me.
Bob Bowie says Andre was great. Princess Bride.
Yes, he was. I know now he was Andre the Giant. Like, there's, don't expect him to have a giant range, no pun intended, but I'm sure that he was effective at being himself.
Good night, Misty. Mr. Jendreski is head to bed. Bobby Belichick said, yes, Andre was awesome.
Yeah.
Katzman says, tomorrow I have no power from 9 to 6, so gathering lots of things to work on out of the deck. Making silicone molds, foam horns, resin goodies. It'll be fun, but no chew.
Okay. So when I left my phone in Michigan, I didn't have a phone for like 3 days. And I drove to work 2 of those days. And I did not miss not having, like, normally I listen to audiobooks, and I did not mind just sitting and thinking.
Ruby Chick says, is there a surface that contact cement will not bond?
Silicone will not bond on silicone.
Ken Bone says, corpse bride. Like corpse bride?
I've not seen Corpse Bride. It's kind of an animated kids movie. I know it involves corpses. I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet.
Cat said, when I start singing, the neighbors will have a good technique.
In Texas, if we didn't have power for that long, we would leave. Because air conditioning is great.
Night rounds.
Necessary. It's a wonderful thing. That horn is well and truly on there. Do the next one.
You said you haven't seen Corpse Bride? Here's something favorite.
So now I'm not saying I doubt your motives, but you could be out for vengeance. So, have to doubt your motives. Stuck my finger in there and it's still very moist.
Kent says, no matter what, no matter how hot, by 1 p.m. we have our sea breeze started. I do live in Canada.
Where are you? SoCal?
He says, no, I'm not like that. Seriously creative.
Okay. I'll investigate.
Because of Kat, you live near me. Kat says she lives in Southern California and Central California.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Look at that. We got a KRampus with horns.
Yay.
O-rams.
Luke Webb Paintball says, give us a tour of your lighting. You
Oh.
need the lights on the back?
So the lighting here in the shop? Or, yeah. That could mean so many things.
Kat says, where I live, everything around me is not trying to kill me, eat me, or take a bite out of me. Luke Webb says, the haunt light.
Oh, well, I'm nowhere near the haunt right now, so
Sometimes he would like to see it too.
okay. Well, I was about to say, do you watch the live channel? But I guess you do. I'll try and go live this week and see if I can do a little something.
Tina Kusiak says hello. Hey, Tina. It's not her.
Yes, we did.
Ezekiel says 64 degrees minimum so far this year. No pants in sight.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Now, Ezekiel, isn't it about to be spring in Australia? Is that right? I think it is spring in Australia. If I'm right. Yeah, about to be spring. So Ezekiel, I actually follow a gardener on Instagram who has started a page up, and they're in Australia because of the pandemic. So the lockdown, they started gardening, and it's just lovely, harmless, pictures of flowers. But they said that it's spring is in the air, and they've got to get ready for gardening. And I was like, wow. I'm reminded that you're on the other side of the planet. I always think you're close by.
He is always.
Even though you're not, I feel like you're close by. Michael Lassiter
Michael Lassiter.
Hope you are feeling better, buddy.
That guy gets a beast man fist
Oh
bump.
my goodness, Michael Lassiter, good to hear from you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hope you're doing all right. Kat says, but you are in winter. We are in summer. Al Matra Art.
Al Matra Art.
Da da da. Hey Al.
Hey man. I think I've been doing a lot of rub outs lately, but this is the werewolves called for this. The couple of KRampus called for it.
Kat says, I say between 65 and 75 most of the year. A few short bursts of colder in February. That'd be a bit of heat in September. Yes, you live in paradise. Michael Aston says, I'm doing good, thanks. Still recovering, just taking it slow.
Yeah, take care of yourself, man.
Ezekiel says the full horns is a great look.
It is. I knew this was a winner when I did it the first time. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to make that again.
Al Matra says, how is Bella?
She is doing much better. This is her first day, I think, being like 100% normal.
She's feeling good. I didn't say anything until she was feeling good.
Yeah, we didn't say anything until she
We're
was
going to
better.
say anything until we knew she was going to be okay. Ruby Chick says, today at work, my grandson started collecting all the pool noodles that guests have left over the summer. He told me I had to go to Harbor Freight and get him a heat gun.
Yes, you do. Get on that. How old's your grandson? If they're under 5, they probably shouldn't use a heat gun without supervision. We're spending all our lives living in a haunter's paradise.
Well, the horn's made of.
The horns are foam.
Ruby Chick says he is 8.
Yeah, he can have a heat gun. In Texas, he'd probably have a concealed carry license by now.
Ruby Chick says Jake Farmer could lend you his flamethrower. Fix that snake problem.
He would, too. Spending all my life in an Amish paradise. And my caulking gun is over at the house.
Yes.
So I let a plumber borrow it.
You get it?
Wait a minute. You can tell them a story, don't hit the story time button,
Oh,
things could go awry.
Okay. one story about. How about this weekend?
You're in charge.
Ezekiel, a copperhead bite is super concentrated. So I think that's one of the things about it that is so dangerous. Is that copperheads are small snakes. They're not big, but they're super concentrated, so it doesn't take a lot. They make you very sick. The good thing about our dogs being so huge is that is what helped her recover so well. With smaller animals, it's very dangerous, but they are aggressive, hateful, mean little snakes. Beautiful snakes, but super concentrated. It does not take a lot of that venom to make you sick. So this weekend, let's see where we are. Okay, so what's today's Monday? Friday, we will be in Denver, Colorado. We will fly into Denver, Colorado. We're going to Greeley, and we are going to the Monster Day Festival, which is the festival that's created and sponsored by Ed Edmonds and Distortions Unlimited. And we went in 2019. It was a lot of fun. It's a family street festival for monsters. It was a great time. Super, it just doesn't have the hustle of a trade show. It was really fun. In fact, when we got there, we were in the massive Trans World set up a booth club. We do have a booth there. We'll be selling things. But we were in the mode of, we have to be ready and we have to be on and all this. And we got there 30 minutes before it's supposed to open, and there's nobody there. People just kind of ambled in, very laid back. We were not laid back. We were in hustle mode. And we had to kind of reset ourselves and go, okay, nobody else is hustling. We can relax a little bit. And it was a great time. Alan brings 2 silk costumes. Rue is going to bring a silk costume. Monster Camp 2, Warren Maxwell, Third Degree of Terror, I believe is going to join us. He is on an epic road trip. I hope he's going to join us. Because that could be a lot of fun. Because there's a lot of people whose kids dress up as monsters. But Alan and Rue and Warren are going to bring the big guns. Big costumes, the big stilts. And it's literally just walk around, pose with kids, high five people, pose for pictures, make people happy. I mean, it might be the most laid back in that respect. It's hard work. But it might be the most gentle, is that right? Gentle event we do. We're training, we're hustling, we're pushing people. When we are working a show, we're hustling, we're selling things, we're working with people. This is a festival. Not just a festival, it's a family street festival. So it is cute and very sweet. And so we will be, which doesn't hurt to be in Colorado in August when we live in Texas. So we like that. We're only there for 2 days. We'll fly home Sunday afternoon because we both have to get back to work and knock out these orders. But it will be a quick trip. And the guys are going to scare kids. They're not going to scare them. Nobody will scare them. They love it. And just have a good time with them. And talk about Monster Day.
Hooray!
It's just a lot of fun. So we will try and do some footage from Monster Day so you guys can see it and see what a great day it is. And it's just one day. It's like from 10 in the morning to
noon.
10 in the morning to.
Maybe it starts at noon. Starts at noon.
What time is it?
7?
Okay, it's like an afternoon. We honestly don't really know what to do with ourselves when the hours are that coming. So it's going to be sweet. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we will try to get some good pictures of it, of the monsters, the kids. Kids are awesome. Kids are so damn cute. I'm sorry. They show up in their little monster costumes. It's just the cutest thing you ever saw. They have musical acts, and Distortions brings out a lot of their big props so you can take pictures with it. And it's just the best time. So, ooh, thank you. Ooh, wow. He loves me. Guys. Must have been a good wife. I get him soda. He never shares it. So it was, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll try and get some footage for you guys so you can see what a, I mean, in the span and the scope of all the places we go to and the things we do, the training, the shows, the trade shows, the conventions, Monster Day is kind of like tea under a shade tree. Love it. It's the sweetest little thing, which is fun because in the next weekend we have single biggest tree we have. So, it's so anyway, there you go. It's good to see you guys. I know I'm not on very much. Just got a perfectly capable team, and I'm always doing orders. So anyway. Oh my gosh, that's delicious.
Thought you would want one
Oh
of
my
those.
gosh, I have to have those songs.
The orders.
Kat says, check out the video of the festival. They are great. Ed did a paint off of a whole line of masks. Time jaw dropping. Yeah, he did that. That was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Our booth is normally right across from the main stage.
Yeah, so we actually have a great spot, and our team is going to road trip there, have a little adventure. So we're gonna have a good time too.
Simply having a wonderful monster day.
Paul Bennett.
Someone said sing Christmas songs when you're babysitting earlier. Maybe that got in my head. Bottles and cans. I have no room to work. My workspace are atrocious.
Paul Bennett says, KRampus is looking great so far. Hello, Oddities. Oddities says, I can't wait to see all of you at Greeley Saturday. Hey, come up and say hello to us, please.
Yes. Tell us your YouTube name.
Tell us who you are. Otherwise, we won't know. So please come up and say hello. That would be wonderful. Ruby Chick said, are there any monster events held in Arkansas?
Yes.
Yes.
You have the South Monster Festival.
Which is fabulous.
You have a Bigfoot Summit. I know about in Arkansas, but I'm telling you, dream job. One day I'm gonna have a TV show called Monster Festivals in my massive spare time. That's what I'm doing now.
About the Pennsylvania territory.
That's during haunt season. See, you film the TV show not during haunt season.
Ezekiel says, someone take Shannon a lovely cocktail at Greeley. Oh, probably after Ezekiel. It's all very, well, I mean, I don't think someone did. I actually go and take lots of pictures, and I will post those on the Creepers page when I get them edited. But the boys get to really show out. It's just, I don't know. It wasn't what we were expecting when we were there. We were expecting a hustle. It was nothing like that. It was just lovely. Michael Lester says Arkansas is cryptid country. Hey, Sean Regal. How you doing? He says, I may be reaching out to see about getting a couple of skeletons from you. I just donated one to our new Hansel and Gretel kitchen. And I want to get one for my grandson. Sean. Send me a message. Contact me, Sean. I can make that happen. Yeah. Patricia Hoggerty, hello. Have you started your podcast yet? I've been keeping an eye out.
Technically, no. Actually, yes. I won't launch it until I have 4 in the can. And I actually have 2 that are pretty much ready. So, yes and no. Oh, this was cut by a plumber, not by an Allen.
Bob says, hey, Alan, or anyone else, can I ask you a question? Outside of Universal, any haunts in Orlando area you recommend at Halloween time?
Petrified Forest. That is, well, I was going to say Enigma Haunt, but that's further south. You're only an hour and a half away from Busch Gardens Hollow Scream. I really enjoyed that show.
That was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Good show. It was a lot of fun.
Other than that, off the top of my head, I can't think of any. I'm sure there are some great ones.
Bob says, thanks. I'm going down there at the end of September. Says,
Solid show.
so I've heard you talk about some New England haunts earlier. Just curious if you've ever went to or heard of Gulag before it closed. Gulag.
I have not heard of Gulag.
Shagri said, to your podcast launches, do you have any that you recommend?
No, I'm not a podcast person. Like, that's not how I listen to things. I'm more of an audiobook guy. Honestly, I just can't get into them. Stacy listens to a ton, and she listens to one called My Favorite Murder, which is about, like, hometown murders. I don't know why white girls are now obsessed with murder, but they really are. Like, it's a huge thing. Murder TV shows are massive. And Stacy is no exception. She may not sport the Ugg boots or be completely down with pumpkin spice, but man, she's into TV murders.
Trisha says, I've heard of My Favorite Murder. I also like Where's the Line. Bloody Effects Makeup said they got hired by 13th Floor Haunt Offspring that has 6 shows. Rehearsal starts Saturday.
That's great. Offspring? What does that mean?
Rhonda says, Northam Manor, Scream, and Geddon are 2 other good haunts in Orlando.
Okay.
Michael says, what audiobooks are you listening to?
Right now, I'm listening to a series called Deathless. It's the Deathless trilogy, and I'm listening to all of those books, and they're pretty good. It's werewolves versus vampires, throwing in some Egyptian gods, kind of. I like monster fights. I'm sure you're all shocked.
Bloody Effects Makeup talking about the got hired by a 13th Floor Offspring. Says it's an individual haunt that's owned and operated by the 13th Floor.
Okay.
It's 10 o'clock.
Mhm. There will come a night when you say it's 10 o'clock, and I will say it's August. But today, it's not that day. I'll have this guy haired in a jiffy. I think 13th Floor is a great company. Um, and I'll be honest with you, like I work at a certain level in haunting, and I kind of like Dark Hour is a very big show. It's a multi-million-dollar haunted house. I'm very proud to be there. I've got a great team. And I did not think that there was anything I could do next. Like I didn't, it was hard to think of something that's not like landing a gig designing at Universal, which would be wonderful. I would love to do some design for Halloween Horror Nights. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Um, but anyway, so I didn't think there was anything like after Dark Hour. And 13th Floor, I think there could be because they could keep me busy and challenged because they own so many shows. I'm such a no entity at this point that I may not be what they want. But I'm also not looking for a job.
He says they can't wait to go to Halloween Horror Nights. Pixie says, "Oh wow, the stream has come a long way since the last time I watched."
Well, I try not to be too stagnant. Right now we got the picture in picture. You complimented the stream, so I'll give you a Beastman fist bump.
Yeah, Beastman.
Pixie, how long has it been since you watched? Probably time for me to do a social media reminder to folks because I don't do a great job about like I don't even post links to my YouTube channel unless someone asks a question and I can answer with a link. Probably should do a hey, here's where you can find me on the interwebs.
Cobwebs is here.
Hey, Cobwebs.
Shaggy says, "I need to remember to watch for you guys on Mondays. I think that's the best time to catch your live stream."
Mondays, I try to make a guarantee. I try very hard to make Monday like guaranteed. And then Wednesday is normally pretty solid. Friday has kind of fallen by the wayside. I'm just too busy. I hate to say that. I'm just too busy to go live. I get more done when I'm not filming. and I am on a big push right now because of Trans World. And I have a lot of people relying on me to get their orders to them and get their monsters to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some other projects that are piling up behind Trans World. So I've got to push through haunt season, but I'm also committing to making sure I can keep doing YouTube Wednesday. Yeah.
Line code 4, Jamie Daxton. Hello.
I used to say longest name on YouTube. I don't say that anymore because there's been some real long names.
Patricia Hart says, I'm happy for y'all that you are too busy.
Well,
Super says hello.
yeah, this is where my real job gets in the way. Now my real job is haunted house acting and haunted house stuff. So that's not it's not terrible for me. I love what I do. What I don't love, getting pink paint on my gray hairs. Pink is my favorite crayon. Pink as the sheets that we lay on.
Line code says, how is Bella?
Wife, tell him.
Bella is doing much better than Jamie. She's doing great. She's appetite is back. She's a little brighter today. She has some good energy, and she sleeps a lot because the medicine makes her sleepy. But good appetite, which is always a good indicator. And she played a little bit. She did a quick little swim, and then she passed out, took another long nap, but her swelling has gone down, and she doesn't see this fever anymore. And so all signs are pointing to a dog feeling much better. We are super thankful.
Yes.
She's actually here with us in the show.
Yes. Now this one does have very little on the way of hair up on top of the head. So I'll just do my one piece facing the wrong way that I'll flip over. I've got to do some up the sides here to hide these wires a little better.
Trish already says, I had to put down our 20-year-old kitty last week for roughly 20 years. That is amazing. That is rough. Sorry, Patricia. That's the hardest day there is. 20 years. That's amazing.
Okay. Not now. What does it matter to you? You got a job to do. You got to do it well.
Rick Jocelyn. Hey, Alan. I browsed a lot of your videos lately, and I love your stuff. I was wondering, have you ever made anything of a
Off a Fulci movie. Fulci is an Italian horror director, honey.
Lucio
There,
Fulci?
yeah. There's two. So there's Dario Argento and there's Fulci.
Yeah, that big.
I don't do a lot like right off of movies. I try not to do that too much. I did a little more than normal during the pandemic because you do. But I normally don't do a lot of that.
Good night, Patricia.
Good night, Patricia.
11 after 10, 47 people are gone.
I am moments away from having this KRampus finished up.
Good night, Cobwebs.
Good night, sir.
So tired. Rick Johnson says, cool, just wondering. I watched the Beyond today and I'm going to try to make a plumber bathtub. I think it's beyond my time.
I bet it's not. I mean, You'd be amazed at what those Italian guys worked with. Okay, so I have all of my stuff is on.
I think it says come over fungus.
Well, and then when this cures all the way, I'll fold it over and heat gun it, and that's going to hide all those seams. I'll do the same on this side. I'll do the same over here. But I have to let it cure first. So that is that. Even. That's all, folks. Wife,
Yes,
would you like to say goodnight to these fine
we
people?
will. Good night, guys. It's awesome seeing you. And make sure you get the dog
Make sure what?
picture of some pups.
No, they cannot see the puppos. They will not see the big fella right there in the middle of the screen. There's King. All right, and I can leave you on the dogs because I have phone cam. All right, so you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed watching me horn, hair, and paint this KRampus. And you guys had a great night. And go make stuff.